What's good, guys? Welcome to Belmondo TV. It's your boy JC back again with another video, guys. Please make sure you like, subscribe. Another day, another dollar. Thank you always for supporting the channel. Right, what I wanted to talk about, what does it really take to be successful in life, not just financially, in life? From my opinion, I'm not giving you this based on I'm trying to say that I'm a multi-millionaire, I'm successful. I'm on a journey. Okay, the reason why I'm sharing this, because I know where I'm coming from, I know where I'm going. I'm on a journey and it hasn't been easy. There's a long way to go, but it's about what it takes to get to that destination. Okay, the difference between you and other people, you got to remember that there's so many things going on in the world right now. Life is challenging, financially, mentally. There's a lot of mental health going on in the world. Now, there's two ways you can deal with situations. You can either drown or you can either fight it. Okay, now for everything that I've been through in life, heartbreak, abandonment issues and losses and whatever else, I've chosen to fight, to stay above water. As hard as it can be, I've chosen to stay above water. It has taken a lot. It has taken a lot of work. But more than anything, I have managed to create a vision that can help me through difficult times. And that's the difference. Because it's quite overwhelming that we can be stuck in moments where nothing's working for us. Things are going against us. And we are really stuck and you don't know what to do. You feel lost, you feel isolated, and you don't know what to do with your life. Or you're stuck in a job that you really hate, even though you've got to pay the bills. Okay? Now, how do you get to that place where mentally you start to create that vision that helps you through the hard times, that vision that helps you get through to the other side? You have to fight. You have to fight. And it starts with looking, like I've always said before in the channel, you've got to look in the mirror. You've got to really ask yourself the question, who are you? And what is your purpose? If it's people that's making you feel low, unvalued, unloved, you've got to ask the question, does it really matter what people think of me? Does it really matter if no one loves me? Because the most important start is you believing in yourself and loving yourself as a person. That is the hardest part, which most people struggle to do. And that is the reason why people get into relationships, needing reassurance, needing love, needing to feel secure. It's got to start with yourself. I work in sales, and as most of you you probably learn that when it comes to sales, you've got to have thick skin. Because sometimes you're dealing with customers that you know, you're friends with on a regular basis. Sometimes you've got to do cold calling, which means that you don't know the person. You're ringing them to sell them something. Okay? And that takes a lot. If I gave you a list of 100 people to call and the first 60 said no, they didn't want to buy anything from you or put the phone down, you're going to be you're going to feel rejected, you're going to feel drained, and you might even give up. And that is the difference between someone who truly believes in themselves and understands nothing in this life is personal. It's always about the other person. If 60 people say no, that does not mean the rest of the 40 will say no. It only takes one. It only takes one to change your views. to change how you feel. Because once you get one sale, the belief comes in. Wow, there was 100 people, 60 said no, number 61 said yes. All of a sudden you got this burst of energy to do things, to ring the rest of the 39, even if all of them say no, but you've made that one sale. So when I do say to people about starting a business, like I said, this channel is not just about relationships, it's about growth, time to grow, and we need to grow as people. When I speak about selling happens in any environment we're in. May that be if you're going on another date to sell yourself to someone, job interview. In most environments, we're always trying to sell ourselves, but we always forget in selling, the more authentic you are, the more chance you have of success. Just in the same way, when you go on a date, you can try to sell yourself, but the problem is when you're trying to oversell yourself, the other person can normally read that, and it becomes a bit overwhelming, it becomes a bit needy, desperate, and that's not attractive. It's the same thing with a job. If you're going for a job interview, you've got to be authentic. Okay, obviously sell what you're trying to sell, but be authentic. May that be use sense of humor, use a charm. You know, there are many ways you can do things that's authentic to you to sell yourself, because that's what people want to see. You know, in the past, I've seen people, and I've been in situations where you're going head to head with someone who's better than you, and you know they're better than you in terms of what they're capable of. They can probably do the job better than you, but you end up getting the job because what the people that the employer were looking for is someone who was authentic, who was themselves, who had a strong personality to really elevate the company. Not a yes man, not a yes woman, someone that brought something different to the table. So it's very important that in life we understand it doesn't matter what you're going through, right? Rejection, lost, there is always a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. So how do you get the financial freedom? How do you have a job that you love? And I've said this before. I said, I totally understand if someone works in a 9 to 5 and they can't just stop, resign, and start drop shipping or start selling digital stuff or start going on selling on Amazon or eBay. It doesn't just work like that. Most people, or even start a YouTube channel, give up on your job. Most people, what they will do is know that, okay, I'm working 9 to 5 or I work night time, but guys, we always get a couple of hours every day spare. Now, if you're clever enough, if you use your time wisely and be disciplined, you will always find time to be creative. Whatever passion you have, building something, singing, dancing, whatever creative talent that you have, that can be really something you can invest on. Invest in your future. There's also a bit of money. I know you've got bills to pay and a family to feed and so, but there's going to be time, there's going to be a bit of money that you can invest in yourself, in your passion, side hustle, that you can start building on the side whilst you're working. Okay, you can truly do that. And it doesn't mean that the first business venture or anything that you try, if it doesn't work, then you give up. You say, oh, why did I try in the first place? Nah, it takes a lot of time. You've got to keep trying. It's the only way you find success. You try different ventures, you try different businesses, or I would always say the best ones is always around your talent. Whatever you're good at, if you're good at making stuff or painting or whatever, try that. Trying to turn that into something that can earn you money. Guys, you know and I know, when you start a YouTube channel, one of the easiest thing you can be successful at a YouTube channel is when you can share your talent, especially if you're talented. That makes your life a lot easier. That makes your niche a lot easier, because you're showcasing, you're teaching other people how to be good at what you're good at. You're teaching, basically educational, you know. So you're telling me you're working a 9 to 5, or you're working in a warehouse at night time, but you haven't got half an hour or 1 hour to teach, to make a video and teach people. Guys, where there's a will, there's a way. Okay. Now, when someone said to me, how do you become rich and financial freedom, whatever, these are the things I'm saying, guys. You've got to find a way. You have a talent. It can be your side hustle. You've got a bit of spare time. You can use that time to start building something on the side. Okay. When I started this business, right, guys, I'm nowhere near. But when I started it as a drop shipping from AliExpress. Okay, as a drop shipping. A year and a half down the line, here I am. Okay, so there's that saying. I'll give you an example. As men, as women, as grown adults, and I said this before, I remember going on a holiday in caravan sites, and I remember there was a knock on the door. I remember there was a 10-year-old at the door. So he knocked, and I opened the door. He said, "Hey sir, my name is da 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 da. I was just wondering if I can wash your car." I looked at this 10-year-old. I was like, "You want to wash my car? Okay. And how much are you charging me?" He said, "It's £5 to wash your car and clean everything, basically." I said, "Well, that's pretty cheap for how much I normally pay. I normally pay like £20-30, right? So if you charge me £5, why not?" Bearing in mind, my car was already cleaned like a few days earlier, but I thought, you know what? I love this. There's a little entrepreneurship with this little man. So I gave him a chance. I said, "Okay, let me just." I was really intrigued. I said, "Let me ask you a little question here. What made you start this?" He said, "Well, I only get £5 pocket money every weekend from my dad and mum, and for the things that I want to buy, I don't always have enough, and they're not going to budge on it. They're always going to give me £5 until I'm a bit older. I want to buy new trainers, I want to buy a new game, but I can't." I said, "Wow, I love that. And where did you get all the cleaning product?" And he said to me, with the £5 pocket money, I went to B&M, one of the local kind of pound cheap discounted store. He went in there and he bought himself all the cleaning products, which in total came up to about £4.95. He had the cloth, the sponge, the bucket, soap, and that cost him £4.95. Okay, with his pocket money he spent £4.95. So he's pretty much, at that weekend, he pretty much spent most of his money, £4.95, right? So I'm standing there thinking, okay, so you spend most of your money on these cleaning products. So how are you looking to make more money? Are you going to buy your game? Are you going to buy these trainers, the things that you want? He said, "Well, look at it this way. I've already washed 4 cars down the caravan park, and you're the 5th, and I've charged everyone £5. So you can imagine, I was standing, I was like, okay, he's 10, and he's basically told me that his parents give him £5 a week. He needed more money. he decided he's gonna go and buy cleaning stuff for cars, and he's gonna charge. And most of us pay a lot of money when it comes to valeting, getting a car washed. But this 10-year-old wants to clean my car, which is hard work, for £5. And I'm thinking he spent most of his £5 buying the cleaning stuff. But what he has just informed me, that he has already washed 4 cars, charged £5. I'm the 5th, and if I look around this caravan space, there is about 50 odd caravans, and not everyone might be inside the place. But if I'm the 5th, and let's say he washes 10 more or 20 more cars, so this boy in one day is tripled up his money from a £5 pocket money, because of the will, because he's determined. He had a vision, he created it. Now he's made his money, he's tripled it. And if he's doing this every weekend and saving some of that money, 3 months, 1 year, what's going to happen? So guys, all I'm trying to say is that where there's a will, there's a way. If a little 10-year-old can teach me as a grown-ass adult how to simplify the way to make money, because it's quite simple. There's no maps. He's not trying to be a genius. That is quite simple what he's done, right? So you have to always remember, becoming rich or financial freedom, it's not hard if you put your mind, if you have the will to do something about it. You create a vision. You have to create a vision that's gonna come reality, and that's what he did. That's what I did with this when I did the drop shipping. I always had a vision, because when you build a vision, it doesn't matter what day you're having a down day, you're feeling depressed, you're feeling rejected, you're feel like giving up, because you've got a vision and you believe in that vision, it's always going to give you the strength, because you can't lose the focus, because you created a vision. You might be distracted, your friends might want to go out, family members might want to demand your time, your partner, whatever, you got kids and whatever that may be. But once you have a vision, the writings on the wall, that's your strength, and you always have to remember that. Making money sounds hard, but it's not. Yeah, like I said, when it comes to sales, it's quite daunting, but it's always about finding ways to give people what they want. There's always services, there's always things that you can give people. Okay, many years ago, I had an interview. Okay, I had an interview, and there was 5 of us in the room, and the lady said, okay guys, you guys go on a break. When you come back, I want you guys to sell me something. You're all going to be in a room. My colleague here was going to be sitting with me, and you're going to sell me. I'm going to choose something, and you're going to sell it to me. Guys, the lucky thing for me when we came back is that she chose a pen. She chose a pen. She said, Jace, here's a pen. I wanted to sell it to me. I think that was the easiest thing for me. Obviously there was humour there, but it was the easiest thing, because we're in a room, there's only one pen she was holding for the interview, and she's giving it to me to sell it. What do you think I've done? I did, guys. It was very easy because I picked up the pen. I said, right. I could have easily said, oh yeah, you see this pen, it's a lovely color, you know, you can keep it with you, you can put it in your, it's quite small, you can put it in your handbag or your man bag. There's a lot of things I can say about this. Beat around the bush and make it salesy and glamorous and whatever else. But I knew in that time, it was straight away the products I was asked to sell is valuable in the environment we're in. So I took the pen. I said, wow, this pen here, there's only, I looked around, guys, there's only one in the room. I said, before I sell you a pen, I need you, can you do me a favor? I'm going to give you a couple of prices, I'm going to give you a couple of ideas or about this product. But what I need you to do, please, if you can, write it down so you can remember what I said when I finish. Guys, so she sat there, she said, oh, okay, that sounds good. And then she looked, oh, I haven't got a pen. Oh, then I said, oh, you haven't got a pen. Guess what? Here we go. You see this pen here? I'm guessing in this moment in time, you need it more than I do, right? She said, she laughed. Yeah. I said, well, because it's only one that I have, I am going to charge you, you can have it for £3.50. Guys, obviously I know that she gave me the pen, but what I'm trying to say to you is that that was so valuable to the room. I could have asked any of the guys. I realized none of the guys, I looked around the room, none of the guys had a pen, but I challenged them on something that would make them need the pen. I challenged them for them to be in a need of the pen. So when you create a product, when you create a service that's valuable, that can save someone money, that can save someone time, you can win and be a millionaire in no time, because you're giving a service that they need. They're always going to come back to you as long as you give them a great service, the product they need. You're going to be a very, very successful man. You don't even have to worry about the money. It's about the product and the service you're giving to people, and that's how you become successful. You make money, you have the financial freedom to live your life, travel the world with loved ones, family, friends. Less stress. Not to say that money is everything. Less stress because of the financial freedom. Now, remember guys, where there's a will, there's a way. It doesn't matter if you're working a 9 to 5. It doesn't matter if you're on benefit. Whatever you do in life, wherever you go, always observe and look around you. What's needed in that environment? I can give you many examples. A vending machine. Someone would have walked in and said, oh, these people need somewhere they can buy snacks or drinks. A laundrette, high street laundrette. Oh, that space there, there's holiday people around here. I can invest in washing machine and dryer and make money from it. Guys, everywhere you look around you, there's things that you can sell. There's services that you can sell. I really wanted to do this video because I think there's a lot of things that I do on the channel about dating and quotations and things like that. But when it comes to sales, Sales is my thing. Okay, sales is my thing, and I'm a survivor. And every single day I learn, I observe, I ask question, I play dumb. I was talking to my friend the other day about this. I'm a sponge. He started calling me SpongeBob. But I love taking in information. Sometimes I love playing dumb in an environment where you're surrounded by egos and people are talking quite a lot about what they're good at. I'll stay quiet, take it all in, learn from it. Don't be jealous of other people. Always learn from people. Play dumb, learn, take it all in, and use it to better yourself, guys. Okay, I really hope this video helps for some of the people that ask me, how do you make money, how do you become a millionaire? Becoming a millionaire or making money, it's not hard, guys. It's not. You just gotta understand that wherever you are, I'm pretty sure there was a time where a man or woman went into the toilet and they were looking to wipe their bum or whatever. Where's the toilet paper? Oh, it's there behind me. Oh, how about creating something that we can stick against the wall? A wall mount. We can stick the toilet paper. It's easier to roll it and wipe your bum. It's the fault. Use the brain. Use the brain. I'm not better than any. It's not about who's better than what. It's not about that. Life is not about that. Anyone is capable of being creative. We are created. When God created us, God is a creator, and He created people, us as human beings, as creators. And that's the reason why you have musicians, actors, and people that make clothes and machines. We are creators. And as a creator, as you know, most of the time, if you're frustrated in a job that you don't like, or 9 to 5 or whatever else, it's not because of just the money. It's because you haven't got the freedom to be creative. A doctor or nurse might be happy. Like I said, some people are happy in their jobs because they're in an environment where they're passionate about something and they're being creative with it, so they can be more happy. But if you're working in a warehouse and lifting heavy stuff or doing manual labor, of course you're going to be frustrated because that's not your creative place. And that's where the frustration comes in, and it creates a lot of problem for us. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video, guys. Just remember, you are special. You are a creator. Whatever money you want to make, whatever you want to achieve in life, you can do it. You can do it. But you got to use that. And one thing I would add to that, your environment. If you're around people that want to bring you down, people that not worrying about making money. I'm not criticizing someone who's on benefit or has never worked hard, whatever. I'm just saying, for your benefit, be around people like you, creative people. Yes, you're working hard, you work in a warehouse, you work in McDonald's and you work in Sainsbury's, Tesco's. There's nothing wrong with that. But for your passion, for the things that you love, if you want to be a tattoo artist, and whatever you want to be that makes you happy, use it as a side hustle to build what you want. Create that vision. And always remember something. It's a journey. It's a journey that takes time, patience, and self-belief. It's been a pleasure, guys. Please like and subscribe. Follow the journey. Love, 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 love.